randy, candid, intoxicated. These are all descriptive words. Descriptive words are called adjectives, and these adjectives can be used to describe a gentleman commonly known as the down-home redneck rocker, who so effortlessly lifts our spirits while he simultaneously guzzles his down. This makes George Puma Melonball the subject of this episode of Beyond These Tunes. Born George Pubert Melonball in a small rural town of Squashington, which lies on the top of Turvey County in the province of Little Pop. George found himself being the 19th of 36 children, and growing up wasn't exactly easy for young George.
Man, my folks couldn't tell any of us apart, so I was always trying to stand out. When I was 3, I went down to the skid marks to get some lottery tickets and smokes from my mama, and this song came on the radio. I'd never heard anything like it before, mostly because I hadn't heard anything before. But that's when I learned about rock and roll. Take my baby to the ice cream shop. I told her, honey, I wanna lick the top, yeah. Oh, lick the top, yeah. Talking about no ice cream shop, lick the top, yeah. Man, he was the coolest cat this side of the Pissamippy. I was into it like a candy troll loves gummy pandas, man. From then on, I knew what I was supposed to do. And that's about the time that I started to sing.
George instantly found himself in love with the spotlight. And after years of starring in his hit living room performances house-wide, he was finally ready for the road. And that's when he walked down the block to his neighborhood's best belligerent bar franchise, Bar Fights. He performed as often as he could and played every open and closed mic night on the block. It wasn't long before he had the attention of famed Hollywood producer and owner of Honeydew Me Records, Admiral Quincy Lunchbox.
I invite this kid down to the studio, and he starts singing his little heart out, man. I said, hey, kid, first of all, you got to change your middle name, man. I mean, what kind of name is Puma anyway? So we're standing outside the studio in Little Pop. I look at him, and I shout, Puma! Mostly because there was a giant one standing right behind him. Could have been a mountain lion. I don't know. It's hard to tell. But it sure stuck.
And that's when magic was made. While at the Honeydew Me Records studio, George Puma Melonball recorded his first hit album, Off the Vine, which included songs such as I Can't Elope With You, Fresh and Ripe, and Wah Wah Melon. While riding the success of Off the Vine, he found himself giving in to any and every temptation. I guess in that case, let's go for number 1. So it seems that Bachelor number 1 is passed out drunk. Talking trash.
Man, this one time we bought a crap load of cheese dust, and I just went buck wild, man. I bought an eagle, and I used that thing as a paraglider, and then I flew that eagle right down into a mess of jackalopes. Then I rode that jackalope all the way down to Old Orleans. I don't know what happened, man. It was one hell of a time, man. One hell of a time. But that's when I knew I had a problem. But who cares, right? What can I say? I love to party down, man. The only problem was I found myself in a songwriting rut. I couldn't read any of my dang old hand script scrabblings, man. So I was on tour, and I just had a freaking meltdown. I dang wrecked my tour car, man, and it was sweet ass. Wrecked it right into a fireworks stand. Looked freaking badass, though. But seriously, I'm lucky to be alive. So I went back home, went straight down to Bar Fights, and I ordered a beer. And the bartender says to me, bottle, draft, or in a can. And that's when it hit me.
That's when George went straight to work on his next album, the smash hit, All Balled Up, featuring such hits as Bottle or Draft and DUI Lady Baby, Baby Lady.
Lady, baby, baby, lady, gonna get in my car. Baby, 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 baby.
Now George Puma Melonball is living the high life once again, from receiving a Lifetime Achievement Award from the 46th Annual Flecklefick Awards, dating confidential Christie's model, Bubbles Broderick, as well as a high-profile performance at the Up Down Left Right Music Festival. For now, it seems that everything is going A-OK for the homegrown redneck rocker. But only one question remains. So, George, bottle, draft, or in the can.
Man, I like 'em all, preferably at the same time if possible. See, it's one of them double entendres, right? Yeah, you know what I'm saying. You are baby lady, baby lady, baby lady, baby lady, baby lady, yeah, yeah.